Hey, it's Tempo Potwasher with a card review from the upcoming Storm Over Rivayle expansion. The new card is Anvelt, Judgement's Cannon. It's a legendary Havencraft 7/5/6 forward follower with the effect, when this follower comes into play, deal 4 damage to all enemy followers and then 2 damage to the enemy leader. For Crystallize 1, you get the effect Countdown 10. At the end of your turn, subtract X from this amulet's countdown. X equals the number of allied followers with ward in play. Last words, summon an Anvelt Judgement's Cannon. The first thing to mention when talking about Havencraft in the upcoming expansion are the Rebirth of Glory cards that will no longer be playable in the rotation card set. Golden Bell, Kel Holy Marksman, and Alana Purist Prayer, as well as the healing-based synergy cards Tender Rabbit Healer and Robowing Precant are the most notable cards. The design of Havencraft appears to be moving away from healing and towards countdown, ward, and direct damage. Anvelt is a card that has synergistic aspects with all 3 of these effects: countdown, ward, and direct damage. Playing Anvelt for 7 play points, you get a situational ward clear. Turn 7 is rather late in the game, and oftentimes playing out one follower that doesn't heal won't help you win the game. Timing amulet countdown cards such as Calm Featherfolk may help offset the weak board state and lack of healing of 7 playpoint Anvelt Judgement's Cannon. The main draw of the card has to be its countdown 10, means that even if Anvelt is played as an amulet on turn 1, Anvelt will not pop on a relevant turn without playing many ward cards. By far, the most cost-effective ward card in current rotation Havencraft is Hollowed Cave Shrine. You get a total of 3 1/2 stat wards over the course of 2 turns for 3 play points. With Anvelt on turn 1 and Hollowed Cave Shrine on turn 3, on turn 5 the countdown will be at 3. To pop Anvelt by turn 6, you'll need an additional 2 ward cards in addition to Hollowed Cave Shrine, or just 1 to activate by turn 7. This is definitely reasonable to achieve. One of the cards with the best synergy with Anvelt is the Fortune's Hand legendary card, Sophina Strength. Sophina can easily set up many wards before the end of turn check with its fanfare ability. If you can time Anvelt to pop on the same turn as you go off with Sophina, has the potential to be a game-winning swing turn. Although you may be tempted to put in as many ward cards as possible to play with Anvelt, on the other hand, Holy Lancer is a card that doesn't have great synergy with the Anvelt's countdown effect. Assuming Anvelt Crystallize is played before Holy Lancer, Anvelt's countdown will only go down by 1 for the number of wards on board, since Anvelt's end of turn check will occur before Holy Lancer's end of turn effect creates another ward. Is the effect of Anvelt strong enough to warrant creating a deck around? Assuming additional powerful ward and amulet cards are added to the class, Anvelt offers an amazing stat line and powerful board clear ability if drawn early. Although powerful in the best case scenario, Anvelt still faces the same issue most early game amulet cards face, that the card must be drawn very early. Although powerful in the best case scenario, Anvelt still faces the same issue most early game amulet cards face, that the card must be drawn very early in order to activate by the mid-game. Any archetypes that must draw a keycard early in the game has its potential severely limited. Countdown amulet cards have also been lacking in power compared to other class abilities. The concept behind amulet countdown cards is that in exchange for a delayed effect and a board space, you get more than the playpoint value of the card. You can also time this effect with other countdown amulets or with power cards like Sophina to create an insurmountable board state. But compared to other class mechanics, Countdown doesn't have as much flexibility on which turn amulets will activate, and countdown acceleration cards like Hollow Dogma have historically been underwhelming in cost performance, which completely negates the advantage of using countdown amulets in the first place. If I had to create my own ideal Havencraft countdown synergy card, it might be something like a countdown reduction version of Justine Holy All Mirage that accelerates the countdown of every amulet on the board every time a card is fused. Another possible card effect is something like Skullbane that would destroy amulets and let Havencraft draw into key cards like Temple of Heresy or Anvelt later in the game. I really enjoy planning out strong turns a few turns into the future using the Havencraft countdown effect, so I'm interested in seeing how this design issue is addressed. My initial overall score of Anvelt Judgement's Cannon is a B. Has ridiculous cost value when drawn on turn 1 and used with synergy cards like Hollowed Cave Shrine and Sophina, but it might be a little bit inconsistent and not as great when drawn on later turns. It's likely to work well with synergy cards in the expansion, but that part's going to be speculation. A big thank you to Cygames and Tempo for letting me reveal this card. You can find me on Twitter at Potwashers or on twitch.tv/Potwasher.